1 out of every 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime. And while that number from the National Breast Cancer Foundation is hard to hear, that doesn't mean their life ends with their diagnosis. I'm Kenya Cardone, your Southeast Tallahassee neighborhood reporter. I'm looking into how breast cancer has impacted people in our communities, plus the life-saving measures that our local experts say neighbors should be taking against the disease.
I was one of the ones that skip a year, go a year.
Brendetta Chambers says back then, routine healthcare was not necessarily at the top of her priority list. That was until October 20th, 2014.
She noticed through her checkup, a mammogram, that she was diagnosed, and she thought that we were not going to be able to get married because of that.
10 years later, Anthony Chambers stands hand in hand with his wife, one of 4 million breast cancer survivors in the U.S. today, according to the American Cancer Society.
Oh, she's my hero.
Facing the reality of the diagnosis, medication, and a double mastectomy was hard, but they now use their story to save other neighbors' lives with one piece of advice.
Don't be afraid. Go ahead and get a checkup.
I am a 12-year breast cancer survivor.
For neighbor Sarah Sanders, her mission is to teach others the importance of advocating for yourself. She says although her mammogram came back negative, she knew something was off. So she demanded more tests.
The ultrasound discovered that I had breast cancer.
Now cancer-free, she encourages others to take routine care and their gut instinct seriously.
And we can only have this possibility if we continue to raise awareness.
The American Cancer Society says more than 300,000 people will be diagnosed with breast cancer in 2024. So I asked Dr. Frau with Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare how our communities can prevail against a statistic like that. She says early detection is key.
You know, we shouldn't live in fear. So my advice is get screened, make sure that you're asking questions about your own health.
And right behind early detection is raising awareness. She says events like Making Strides of Leon do more than just gather a pink sea of survivors and supporters. The money raised plants the seed for life-saving research.
The more research that we have available, the more medications, treatment options that we have for patients. So in order to fund studies and to advance healthcare, we need funding.
Leon County neighbors and organizations have contributed a lot for breast cancer research and programs. For example, the First Responders Patrol Stroll raised nearly $30,000. In Southeast Tallahassee, Kenya Cardone, ABC 27.